Without further ado, here is lovely Monika. Hello, Monika Majer.
Hello,
Nice, nice to see you. Welcome. Can you hear me and see me? I'm going to unmute you. That really helps. Hello. Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me now? Yes? Can I hear you? Let's see. I need to unmute you. Okay. Can you just say something, Monika?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, good. Whew. That technical
Oh, that's great.
a challenge. But welcome, Monika. Monika is alumni of the Working Artist course. We go back a few, nearly a year and a half now. And wonderful to see your process, your progress, and just how you're busy making your beautiful art and sharing it with your audience. Please just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, and share a little bit of your art story.
Yeah, thank you, Sonja, so much for inviting me. Yeah, I am Monika Majer. I'm a stone sculptor from southern Germany. And I work with stone and I have a really long history with stone. So it's almost 30 years ago when I left school, I wanted to become a sculptor. But the academy did not want to have me because I was quite unprepared to apply there. And then I started an apprenticeship as a stonemason. So I went into the crafts and learned to work with stone really from the bottom. I think I was in a quarry then and really learned like all the skills you need to handle stone and to work with stone. So so this is my basic. And after that, I went to a design school for crafts. So there were different crafts working with different materials. So this was the first time where I started to encounter other materials and to like interact with people that are working with other materials. And I integrated that in my work. And in that time, that was like in 2000, I started to be self-employed, first with my husband. And we had a little company that is working with stone, making like individual gravestones. But and after 9 years, I did not want to make gravestones anymore because I've done always arts for me and started to exhibit in 2000 when I was ready with the design school. And then I thought I have to get more into that topic of the arts, but then I became an art therapist first. And with all of that education, I think I then started to like build my own or to find my own path with the arts, because I started with the crafts that was very technical, and then I had the design that was very planned and very structured, and then I had the therapy, and that was very open and like emotional. And so after all that, I started to put that experiences together and just to find out what is my way and how do I want to use all this what I learned to no, not to express, but just to create. And I worked with very different materials and then came back to the stone again, it's just 2 years ago that I really decided for the stone again. So uh, it was very helpful to design my logo with a friend because she put a dot after stone because I
Mhm.
know that I'm very creative and I love to do a lot, but it helped
Mhm.
me a lot to like concentrate on really the stone because stone can be very various and
Yeah.
give many opportunities, but the dot is really something that helps me to focus on the stone as a material, and I
Mm.
love this
In-
material. Yeah.
Interesting you say that, Monica. I think many creatives are so creative in different areas that you had to literally choose of all your passions, you chose stone. Was that a difficult decision? Do you still get tempted to take away the dot and try other things, or is it something you've chosen and it's set in stone, you're doing stonework?
For me, it's very helpful because I really decided to like it was like a coming back. I was just laughing when she put the dot because I thought, oh yes, that's it, you just have to yeah, I don't need, because I think for me it was like it's not enough, only stone is not enough. That was
Mm,
like in my mind,
mm,
and that helped me really to find out how much it is, and that it's really it offers such a variety of possibilities to create and to dive into and to explore. So the dot
mm.
is opening the space, like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's not limiting, it's limitless
yeah.
within the boundaries. Yeah. Because tell us about your love affair with stone. Why are you so fascinated and love working with the material?
Um, I think because it's like all over. When I started with stone, it was more like trying to encounter a material and to form it. And it was very challenging for me as a young woman who wants to know how strong she is, if she can work, if she can work, yes, or I see, can I work with this hard material? So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, but then later on, I really tried to find a different approach to the essence of the material and really see where it is, how it is uh, entstehen, how it is built. Uh, and I think it's really fascinating because the stone, it's like flying in the universe. It's covering our planet, and it's again and again, it's built over millions of years. So you have the stone as something that was on the ground of the oceans, and now it's stone, but it's also coming from volcanoes, and it can build up. It can be very new. So uh, yeah, and I think it's really fascinating because everybody will know, uh, everybody has touched stone at least once in his life. So it's
Mm,
something that's really universal.
mm,
And that's what I love. And I like to see the stone, or to encounter the stone in its in this aspect of movement, because this is how it goes. It's just another time lapse. It's not our time, but it's for us. It's like hard material, but in its history, it's always moving, and
mm,
it's yeah. So that's what I really like about it, and yeah, and it's very for me. It's so calming. Uh, and if I start working and encountering the stone, it just calms me down immediately and helps me to dive into a flow of a forming process. So yeah.
Mm. And then do you have a process? Do you know beforehand what you're going to be? Do you design your art beforehand, or is it something the stone speaks to you, or you know allow the material to take you on a journey to see how you can form that, or what's your process like?
I go with the flow in the material, so I don't have any idea when I start. I just
Mhm.
start, and it just needs like the confidence and the trust and the dedication to the material. And
Mhm.
I know I have a lot of skills, so I don't have to think about that. So I can just go and let the material lead, and it's it's unpredictable, the material, because I use a lot of local limestones, and they are not always they often have holes in it or cracks or something like that, and I just see what is coming up when I go into and look what is possible with that material and let it
Mhm.
guide me. So
Mhm.
yeah.
You have some of your work behind you. Can you just? Oh, that was Monika. Monika just flipped away. Monika, maybe you can press the link again. We missed. Let's see where you are. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Okay. Yep. Good. You can press the join link. Yeah. Hello. Oh, yeah. Just try again, Monica. Just press the link because we want to hear and see your art. It was just getting good. Yeah. So if you can press the link, and then we can just join you up again. If you have any question, guys, for Monica, then please throw it in the comments. Then we can have Monica answer those questions. Hello.
So again,
Technology. There you are again.
here I
So,
am again.
can you show us some of your art,
Ah,
your
so
sculptures?
I can show this one.
Mhm.
This one is a German limestone, and I love like the yeah, I love the lines that are coming up and the form that is building. And I don't know if you can see it, but here, you can see these old muscles. It's like it's a stone from the ground of the sea. So yeah, and this is what you can find. Oh, here I can see some
Like a
like
fossil.
yes, like a fossil. Can you see it
Yeah.
here?
Ooh,
So
beautiful.
I really love that. Yeah, or and but this is like a very compact stone,
Mm-hmm.
and the one next to it, I have a similar one here because this is too heavy to. It's that one,
Mm-hmm.
and this has like little holes in it, or sometimes also bigger holes. I can see one here.
Mm-hmm.
So in the process, I have to decide what am I doing with them. So and yeah, how do they? What impact do they have for the development of the form? Um, yeah,
So you have to make decisions all the time. Do you continue? Do you leave it that way? And where's it going to take you?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But I think they are not so like conscious uh, decisions. Like I'm not thinking about it. It's just yeah
Organic.
happening in the yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are small pieces, but I know you work large. You have pieces that don't fit behind your videos camera. So please go
Yeah.
to Monika's website and to her Instagram. She has amazing stories, and she just invites you into her workspace. And it's just so cool to see you, Monika, with your mask on and your protective wear, and it's so physical what you're doing. It's quite inspiring to see. So really go and have a look at Monika's feed and website. Monika, what are your big challenges as a working artist now in the season that you are in?
My biggest challenge is like being really intentional where and to whom and how I show which piece of my art. So
Mm.
because I have like this bigger picture in my mind, or yeah, where I just know, okay, this is where I want to go. And the biggest challenge is not to forget about that and make myself small and being disappointed from whatever, or like discouraged, or just
Mm.
keep that in my mind and in my heart, and from there make these intentional choices.
Mm.
And yeah, not being distracted by like comments, oh, it's too expensive, or oh, nobody will invest, or oh, what should this be about, I cannot see what it's about, or just yeah.
So on
So
social media, or when you're talking to people, what they're saying to you. So really have a filter of what you're going
yeah,
to be listening to and what not to listen to.
yeah, yeah.
Because where do you find your inspiration? What motivates you to get up every morning and get going with the stone and making your work?
I think the biggest motivation is that it's these um, calming moments where I have just time for me and the stone. So this is the motivation, and
Mm.
I'm very inspired by nature. Like the for one of the biggest inspirations is the movement of water, and just looking at the flowing water and see what it does. And it has also to do with my inner attitude. So
Mm.
it's to be in the flow and to look at the flow, what it is about.
Mm.
And yeah, because you in the preparation for the session, you also asked for inspirational artists. And then
Mhm.
I thought, oh wow, there are different aspects. So the one is like the influence of the form, which is, for example, like Konstantin Brancusi or Hans Arp or Henry Moore, who are working um, abstract. But it's also other artists who are like influencing the attitude of my approach. So there's one land art artist, his name is Richard Long, and
Mm.
he is also working a lot with stone, but as a land art artist. And I love really, I was looking at many of his installations and just reading about his thoughts, how he's taking the stone. Yeah, but also like this big woman, Marina Abramovic, who has who is for me like this really brave woman who's standing there with something that she wants to experience and that she wants to communicate and to find out about expression, but also about self experience and about spirituality. So it's different inspirations from different
Mm.
aspects.
Mm. Interesting. If you could add those names to the comments,
Yeah,
that would be great to have a look at them. And of course,
yeah.
add your own URLs and where people can find you. Final question, Monika. What would be a tip that you would give other artists? There are many artists in the community also trying to build their business, trying to connect with their art audiences. What if you found that really has benefited you or worked for you as far as marketing or getting your art out there?
For me, worked a lot that to admire my own art with everything, to admire the joy and to admire the challenges and to admire the beauty and not taking it for granted, just like seeing it as something special and then go out with that. That helped
Mm.
me a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think we all forget to do that because with so much, we have all that inner critic, we have this whole process we go through to birth our art that we don't, and we have the pressure we want to sell it, that we don't take time to admire. So I really love that. That's wonderful. I think that's just so holistic to actually partner with your art and that you can admire it too.
Mhm.
Thank you for that. It's really beautiful to hear. Is there anything else you'd like to share? What you're busy with or what your aspirations are? Is there anything final thoughts before we finish the session?
Um, what I am busy with. F I'm over asked. But what I just finished was like a recent, portfolio, which I uploaded on my website, so I think, that's for me, like, a good starting point.
Okay.
And I want to use it also to like present myself out or to get myself more out. And I have
Mhm.
this, I don't know where it is, like a beautiful flyer that I have like this concept of putting this out. You can see then in the back one in the hole and then it's very simple and easy, but I want to use it like as a teaser and
Mhm.
get to personal to people with the portfolio in connection with the teaser and then go
Mhm.
starting a dialogue about about my art and where it should go. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's really beautiful. It looks so professional and well taken care of. I think that's going to be a beautiful conversation starter. Guys, if you have any questions, I see Anita's loving your work, Monika, and thanks you for sharing. Please go and have a look at the comments when you're done and add your URL where people can find you. Thank you again for sharing your art and your part of your inspiration.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sonja, for inviting me and for being such an inspirational and encouraging mentor. So I
Mhm.
really, yeah, appreciate that so much.
What
And
a
thank you
pleasure.
everybody for listening. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Monika.
Yeah.
We'll connect soon. Take
Bye.
care. Bye. Thanks, Monika.
Bye.
Bye. That's like eating a good meal, hearing all the stories.